Welcome to our fascinating journey into the intricate world of neuropsychiatric disorders and the tiny yet mighty players that keep our brains buzzing. Today we're diving into the complex universe of neurons, neurotransmitters, and all the proteins and pathways that make our minds tick. Neuropsychiatric disorders and enigmatic conditions like depression, schizophrenia, and anxiety affect millions worldwide. Scientists are on a mission to understand these disorders better, and one key approach is phenotyping, which is basically creating a detailed profile of how these conditions show up in different individuals. It's like creating a detailed map to understand the diverse ways our brain can go out. Because as it turns out, neuropsychiatric disorders are incredibly heterogeneous. They have many different forms and underlying causes, making them quite the puzzle to solve. A big part of this puzzle involves a tiny but powerful neurotransmitter called glutamate. Glutamate is the brain's main excitatory messenger. It's a gas pedal that helps neurons fire and communicate. It's especially important in the cerebral cortex, the brain's outer layer, responsible for higher functions like thinking, perception, and decision making. Let's zoom into the neurons that use glutamate. Glutamatergic neurons. These neurons have unique structures with long branching dendrites that reach out like tree limbs, receiving signals from other neurons. These dendrites are studded with tiny receptors, glutamate receptors, that detect glutamate molecules and trigger electrical signals. There are several types of these receptors, each playing a different role in how signals are processed and integrated. How does glutamate get around? That's where the transporters come in. Excitatory amino acid transporter 2 is like a diligent postal worker, clearing glutamate from the synaptic cleft to keep communication precise and prevent excess excitation. And once glutamate is taken up, it's often converted into glutamine by an enzyme called glutamine synthetase. Mainly its supportive glial cells. Glutamine can then be shuttled back to neurons and converted again into glutamate by another enzyme called glutaminase, a recycling process to keep neurotransmitters supply steady. This entire process is part of the glutamate metabolic pathway, a carefully balanced system ensuring neurons get the right amount of this excitatory signal without going overboard. When this balance is disrupted, it can contribute to neuropsychiatric conditions, highlighting just how delicate and finely tuned our brain chemistry is. Scientists are also studying how the morphology of neurons, the shape and structure, affects their function, especially in glutamatergic neurons. Changes in neuron shape or dendritic complexity can influence how signals are received and integrated. So next time you think about your brain, remember it's a bustling metropolis of neurons, neurotransmitters, and molecular pathways working in harmony. Thanks for joining this mini adventure into the marvelous world of glutamate and neural complexity.